Aloha guys, welcome to another edition of, I don't know what this channel should be called. I have it as Atort Photography, which is obviously my photography business, but maybe I should do something more specific for drones in particular, because I really want to focus more on the drone stuff. But as you see, I got beautiful Mother Ocean behind me. I'm on the north shore of Oahu on a really beautiful location. It's my friend's place, and I just wanted to do a little update on my trip so far here in Hawaii on island. So you're aware, I came about 10-12 days ago and I brought a Mini 2, I brought a Mavic Air 2, I brought a Mavic 2 Pro, which is this guy right here, and a Mavic 2 Zoom. So far I crashed the Mini 2 into a tree. That thing went back to DJI using Express Refresh. It was $49 for that. No big deal. I wasn't kind of paying attention when I was flying back to the beach, and I didn't realize I was so close to land, and I was actually over the beach, and I ended up hitting a tree and it fell, and thankfully it didn't hurt anyone. It actually fell by a guy holding his little baby, so I was really apologetic because obviously safety is first and foremost, and I felt horrible, and I made sure he understood that. I was really sincere, and of course saying aloha, and I apologize, and thankfully no one got hurt with that. But at the same time, that was at Pipeline over on the North Shore. The surf was really, really big, and it was epic conditions. And when I was there flying, a guy next to me I walked up to, and I saw he had FPV goggles on. So he had DJI FPV goggles on, and I really didn't know what he was flying. I thought maybe a Phantom 4 Pro or something. And I saw FPV drone buzzing around out there and just really flying amazingly, and I didn't know what it was. And when the thing kind of came a little closer, I saw he was going to land it, and I knew it was the guy right basically 6 feet away from me. And the thing started to hover and just lock in like it would any drone. It just hovered in place and stood still, and it came gently down, and lo and behold, it was a new FPV DJI drone that isn't out yet. And this guy was kind of protective of me trying to get video, but at the same time, I didn't want to be a dick, or I didn't want to not be respectful, but he was at a public beach and I could have got whatever I wanted and it would have been no big deal because it's at a public place. So I did talk to him. He's from a big drone channel on YouTube. He did tell me it's going to drop on March 2nd. He did also tell me it's 4K 60 frames per second. He did have the version 1 goggles, I believe, but the key thing is March 2nd is the release date, supposedly, and it's going to be around $1,200. So that thing was so cool to watch fly. He was really good at what he was doing. He was buzzing palm trees like inches away and just so in control and so fast and just so noticeably wild. I mean, I can't even imagine that thing. I mean, definitely going to buy one the second it drops. So that's that. I have a set of Tiffin filters. I've been working with Tiffin a little bit and testing out these filters, and I actually had them on my Mini 2. I got a lot of really cool footage with that. I got my replacement coming back today, actually. It should be at the house where I'm staying. And I had a Mavic 2 Zoom with some filters, and for some reason, I just got this Mavic 2 Zoom December 24th, and I hadn't even flown it until I got to Hawaii. So it basically sat in my box in my house in Chicago, freezing, and I brought it with me to island and I flew it for the first time, and right away the gimbal started acting up. So the gimbal was actually bouncing all over the second I threw a gimbal on. It was happening without the filters as well. So I thought possibly it was something with the Tiffin filter. Maybe it was something that, you know, manufactured a wrong way or something. And I talked to one of the main support people from Tiffin, and they said that they'd never had an issue, and I do definitely believe them. All the filters seem to be fine, and I haven't had issues. And the Mavic 2 Zoom, I just think, had a faulty gimbal. But Andrew Tiffin and his support guy basically said that they've never had one issue with any of their Mavic 2 Zoom filters. So I do believe them, and I'm sure it was something with my gimbal. So I actually sent my Mavic 2 Zoom back to DJI today. So that's drone 2 that basically went down. Glad I have the Mavic 2 Pro with me. I've been flying this one now more. So these Tiffin filters really are quality, and as you may know or may not know, they've been making filters for cameras for a long, long time. So reputable company, a really solid company. They make a really beautiful filter. They come in a really nice case. As you see, it's a nice solid feel. You have all of the filters in this case. We got an ND4, an ND8, an ND16, which is on my drone currently. We have the polarizer version of the 4, 8, and 16 as well. So you do get something nice for your money. It's not some cheap presentation. So definitely check these out. Very, very good filters for your Mini 2, for your Mavic Air 2, for your Mavic 2 Pro, or Zoom. So I have them for all, and they're really, really nice. What else is there? I have my smart controller with me, and I haven't been digging the experience traveling with my smart controller, mainly because this battery dies pretty quickly, and I don't want to have to charge this thing in my car. I'm just not as comfortable with doing so. I enjoy the iPhone, and I don't enjoy flying with this controller as much. So the Mini 2 and the Mavic Air 2 controller, I personally really, really like, and I'm just not a fan of the Android operating system. I'm not a fan of just the way this feels in my hands. I don't fly as well with it for whatever it's worth. I don't like the no connectivity, that I can't actually transfer my files to my phone to upload and do what I want as quickly and as efficiently. And it's just not the workflow I actually want to be with. So not a fan of the smart controller. I'm hoping the new version, whenever it drops, will actually be a nicer controller, maybe with a different operating system. But this kind of stunk. Not happy with this guy traveling. Happy with the filters, happy with my drones, other than crashing the one and my Mavic 2 Zoom going in for the gimbal repair. And personally, another thing that I've really kind of experienced that I just think is an important thing to talk about is I really hope DJI eventually goes consistent with the DJI Fly app. I hate bouncing back and forth, having to adjust gimbal sensitivity settings and stuff in the DJI Go 4 app. It would be nice to have that consistency flying with one app across the board with all your drones. So the DJI Fly app I actually enjoy a lot now. It just is simple and just has a simplicity about it that I appreciate. And the DJI Go 4 app just seems kind of outdated, almost not as user-friendly in my opinion. So I do hope that they eventually, when they do drop the new, I would imagine the FPV drone will be the Fly app as well. Maybe not, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it'll be an entirely new app. But I would be curious to see what they're going to use for that FPV drone. And I would imagine the Mavic 3, whenever that thing actually drops, would be probably the Fly app as well. At least I'm hoping. So that's a little input on what I've been experiencing so far in Hawaii with my drone travel and my photography. I have Aldrin's case from Flight Path. This thing is for the Mini 2. It's super nice, quality case, so if you haven't picked one up, check him out. I know he's gotten more in stock for the Mini 2. This is for the actual drone. There's no drone inside, but a really nice case, cool little gift item. They have one for the controller as well, which I'll probably pick up soon. I brought this with me to help him out and get maybe some promotional shots for him in paradise, but killer little case. Aldrin seems like a really cool guy. I really appreciate his channel. And as a beginning YouTuber, I appreciate where he's going with his channel. And I just draw inspiration from him. So I wanted to help him out and kick him some love and show him some aloha and get him some shots of his bag in Hawaiian paradise. What else is there? And really that's about it. My Mini 2 crashed. Coming back to me today, I ordered a backup Mini 2 as well. The DJI FPV drone is going to drop March 2nd, supposedly, from what the guy told me. I saw the drone fly in real life. I mean, it was right there. I looked at it. I was inches away from it, and it was super cool, really a badass little drone. It was really a badass looking drone, but at the same time, it was kind of cute. It was like this little cute drone that was just super capable and fast and badass. So again, can't wait for that thing. I'm going to buy it the minute it hits, and that's it, man. Just a little update from Hawaiian paradise. As you see, was swimming with turtles earlier today, went snorkeling, went and ate by my friend's house, but I got some cool edits gonna drop when I do get time to edit them. When you're traveling in places like this, you just really get caught up in the moment, and it's hard to sit and do videos and find locations. I figure when I get home back in Chicago, I'll have nothing but crappy weather and more time to do so. So for now, appreciate where I'm at location-wise and be in the moment. But again, aloha, subscribe if you haven't, hit the thumbs up button, and stay excited because that DJI FPV drone is gonna be super cool. Again, I watched that thing fly for about an hour straight, and it was really, really amazing. So that's it, guys. Thanks, bye.